Extreme E. Extreme E is an FIA-sanctioned international off-road racing series that uses spec electric SUV to race in remote parts of the world, such as the Saudi Arabian desert or the Arctic. All racing locations are chosen to raise awareness for some aspects of climate change, and Extreme E maintains a legacy program which intends to provide social and environmental support for those locations. The series also promotes gender equality in motorsport by mandating that all teams consist of a female and a male driver who share equal driving duties. The first season began with the Desert X-Prix in Saudi Arabia in April 2021. History. Preparations. 2021 season. The first season began with the Desert X-Prix in Saudi Arabia in April 2021. Because of visibility concerns due to excessive dust, the race format had to be changed only days before the event, changing the qualifying rounds to time trials and the races on the final day to consist of only 3 cars instead of 4 or 5 as planned. The format was further tweaked for round 2 in Senegal, where 2 teams each from 2 semi-finals advance to the final, which is competed by 4 teams. Additionally, a super sector is introduced, where 5 extra points are awarded to the fastest team through that sector over the weekend. Race format. The format of the Extreme E race weekend evolved over the course of the first season. It starts on Saturday with 2 rounds of qualifying time trials, followed by multi-car races on Sunday. Each qualifying run consists of 1 lap each by both drivers, and points are awarded for the finishing position, which is based on the combined times from both qualifying runs, 4 laps in total. The qualifying standings also determine to which second round race each team's advances. At the first event, all Sunday races were for 3 cars, a semi-final from which 2 teams advanced to the final, a crazy race from which only 1 team advanced, and a shootout for the bottom 3 places, culminating in a 3-car final. The format was tweaked for second race, where 2 teams each from 2 semifinals advance to the final, which is competed by 4 teams. Additionally, a super sector was introduced, where 5 extra points are awarded to the fastest team through that sector in any session of the weekend. Teams must consist of 1 female and 1 male driver who will share equal driving duties. In each session, the team must complete 2 laps of the course, with both team member driving 1 lap. The driver switch has to take place in a designated zone, where a speed limit 30 km/h and a minimal switch time of 45 seconds are enforced for safety reasons. During the races, 1 hyperdrive power boost can be used per lap, which provides extra power for 4 seconds. Vehicle. The Spark Odyssey 21 electric SUV was unveiled as the series competition vehicle at Goodwood Festival of Speed on 5 July 2019. The vehicle is manufactured by Spark Racing Technology, the constructors of the Formula E cars, with a battery produced by Williams Advanced Engineering. The car is fitted with a niobium reinforced steel alloy tubular frame, as well as crash structure and roll cage. It weighs 1650 kg 3640 lb and is capable of 0 to 60 mph in 4.5 seconds, with 400 kW 540 HP of power. The Odyssey 21 was showcased in action in 2020 Dakar Rally in Saudi Arabia in January 2020. Ghislaine Chicherit drove the vehicle during shakedown 1 day before the race start, and Ken Block competed with it on the final stage between Harad and Al-Qidiyah, finishing with the 3rd fastest time in the car category. Teams and drivers. The Extreme E regulations require each team to consist of a female and a male driver who share equal driving duties, with a driver swap in the middle of each race. In September 2019, Extreme E released a list of drivers who had registered official interest in driving in the series. Teams could select drivers from this list, but they could also sign any other driver. In November, a second group of inductees joined the program. The first actual driver signing Sarah Price with Chip Ganassi Racing was announced in June 2020. The inaugural season, which began in April 2021, features 18 drivers in 9 teams. While 18 drivers participate in each race, reserve drivers can substitute any driver before the beginning of each subsequent round. Race locations and legacy program. Extreme E races in locations already damaged by climate change in order to bring awareness to the problems posed by climate change and have consulted ecological experts to keep the impact of their presence to a minimum. The series maintains a so-called legacy program, which intends to provide support for social and environmental challenges at the racing locations. Logistics. The RMS St. Helena, a former Royal Mail ship, serves as a floating paddock and headquarters for the series. It is used to carry all equipment, including the cars, to the race locations or nearest port in order to reduce carbon emissions compared to air freight. The ship's environmental footprint has been reduced by converting the propulsion units and the generators to run on ultra-low sulfur diesel. The St. Helena also serves as a research vessel, carrying scientists and potentially holding conferences at the race locations. Extreme E uses hydrogen fuel cell technology supplied by AFC Energy. Hydrogen fuel is generated from water and solar energy, and is then used to charge the vehicles, allowing for a sustainable off-the-grid power generation. Broadcasts and documentary series. Aurora Media Worldwide and North One Television were selected as host broadcasters, producing live race coverage and a supporting documentary series combining sport and scientific stories. Academy Award-winning filmmaker Fisher Stevens was hired as the series' artistic director to produce the broadcasts. Gilda Ferrin said that the viewers can expect a completely new way of consuming sport, with each episode telling not just the story of a race, but the wider race of awareness and the need to protect these remote and challenging environments being explored by Extreme E. Before the first season in 2021, a 3-part TV series has been produced to document. The first episode premiered in June 2020 on Channel 4. The live broadcast is presented by Andrew Coley and Jenny Gow from a studio in London, and Layla Anna Lee is the on-site reporter and also presents a 20-episode magazine show called Electric Odyssey.